In the cold, humid cloud forests of Central America, where mist drifts slowly through ancient moss-covered trees, a male resplendent quetzal quietly appears high above the canopy. Its emerald plumage reflects beneath the soft morning light, while its long flowing tail moves gently in the cold mountain wind. It does not hurry. The bird simply remains still, watching the forest awaken beneath the heavy fog. A few days later, a female appears nearby. There is still distance between them. They quietly observe one another through layers of wet leaves. The male begins moving more often between moss-covered branches, making slow, soft glides, its long emerald tail trailing behind like a ribbon of light through the cloud forest. There is no perfect performance. Sometimes it stands motionless for many minutes. Sometimes it disappears completely into the cold, drifting mist. After many days, the pair slowly begins staying closer together. Together, they move through old, decaying trees, searching for a safe place to nest. Eventually, a deep hollow inside a rotting tree trunk is chosen. The place is dark, humid, and almost completely hidden within the ancient forest. The following days pass slowly. The female spends longer periods inside the hollow, while the male remains nearby, quietly watching the forest. Then, the first egg appears. One day later, the second egg is laid beside it. Deep within the cold cloud forest, two tiny lives begin growing inside the darkness of the ancient tree. The Quetzal pair takes turns incubating the eggs each day. While one bird leaves to search for wild forest fruits, the other quietly remains deep inside the cold hollow. Mist continues drifting through the forest every morning. Light rain continues falling onto the thick moss covering the trees, and time continues to pass. After more than 3 weeks, a tiny crack appears on the surface of the first egg. A fragile chick emerges. Its body is almost featherless, its eyes still closed, barely able to lift its tiny head. The following day, the second egg hatches as well. Now, 2 small chicks lie close together inside the dark nest cavity. The parents begin bringing soft fruits and tiny insects back to the nest. Every movement is slow, careful. Over the following days, thin grey down feathers begin appearing across the chicks' small bodies. They grow slowly within the cold mountain mist, but nature is not always peaceful. During a foggy afternoon, an arboreal snake quietly moves across the moss-covered branches near the nest. There is no warning sound, no chaos. Everything happens very quickly. One chick is taken from the dark hollow, while the surviving chick retreats deeper into the nest cavity. Soon, the forest becomes quiet once again. In the following days, the surviving chick continues to grow. Small emerald feathers begin appearing along its wings. It lifts its head higher each time the parents return with food. Then, one day, it finally stands on its weak legs. The first wing flaps begin inside the narrow nest cavity. At first, everything is awkward. It loses balance repeatedly. Its wings are still too weak, but each day it moves closer to the nest entrance, until one morning it pushes half of its body out into the light of the cloud forest. Mist drifts slowly through the branches. Cold wind moves gently through the young green feathers. And finally, the young Quetzal makes its first flight. A very short flight, only from the nest entrance to a nearby branch. But, for the first time, it has left the place where it was born. Over the following days, the parents guide it through the layers of the forest canopy. They teach it how to find rainforest fruits, how to observe movement between the leaves, and how to remain perfectly still when danger appears. A forest
The emerald
hawk
jewel of the
glides
cloud
above the
forest,
canopy.
finding its path
Immediately,
amidst the ancient
all
trees.
three birds freeze silently within the drifting mist. Then, the forest slowly continues moving once again. As time passes, the young Quetzal begins feeding independently. It travels farther away from its parents. It spends more time alone within the deep forest. Its emerald plumage grows brighter beneath the cold mountain light. Its tail slowly becomes longer, and then one day it sleeps alone on a moss-covered branch, never returning to the old nest again. Mist still drifts through the forest as before. Bird calls still echo softly through the fog-filled valleys. But now, the young bird has begun a life of its own. Many months later, a mature quetzal stands quietly on a high branch within the ancient cloud forest. Its emerald plumage glows beneath the early morning light. Its long tail feathers move softly in the cold wind. It looks down upon the forest where it was born and quietly disappears deeper into the mist of the Central American mountains.